glad you're together with us. This is Empower, where we focus on people and workplace. We thank God so much for being together with us for the week, taking care of you, taking care of me. And we are back here again to learn from each other. And we always encourage you to give us feedback. Let us get your views concerning this program so that we can make it better and better every day. My name is Beatrice Chuchu. And here we focus on people in workplace. We always say that God designed us to be something, and we want to become what God designed us to be. Wherever He has placed us, you may be in a shop somewhere working, you may be in the marketplace in an informal setup, or even you're employed in a formal setup. All those places are where God has placed us. It's for a reason, and we should do it the right way. And I'm not alone. I'm with Ngoi here with us.
Yeah, thank you, Beatrice. I'm glad to be back, and I hope you'll have a good time.
Yes.
And enjoy the presence of the Lord. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And we've been looking at various aspects or virtues that we should have as Christians more as we work in the workplace. And we've been looking at various, and last time we looked at gentleness. And today we want to look at self-control.
Yes.
At workplace. And when I think about self-control, I also see like it's related to gentleness in some way.
Yeah, it is.
So what is self-control from your own perspective?
Yeah. And the last, when you are teaching the children in the Sunday school, we sing a song and we say, and the last is self-control. When we are teaching them about the fruits
of the Holy Spirit. Yeah.
It is the last, but it's not the least.
Yeah.
In fact, it will cover like so many of them. So many of them will be covered in self-control. Because like you have said, last time we were talking about gentleness. And when you come to self-control, it's that ability to restrain yourself from, you restrain your thoughts, first of all. Then you restrain your mouth. Then you're going to speak. Then you restrain your actions.
Yes.
So it is that ability to discipline yourself, not from outside, from inside. You self-discipline.
Yes.
That I cannot go that way. I have to go this way. This is the way. So you keep on doing it. You keep on doing it until now it is part of you. It is a habit in you. Yes.
Wow, amazing. Restraining.
Yes.
And you see, okay, my thoughts is when it comes to self-control, it can either go either side.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can really be happy because of something or excited.
Yes.
And you go overboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're able to control that emotion of being happy because something maybe has happened.
Yes.
You shout, yes, it has happened.
Yes.
You know, I've seen, for example, maybe an example of people watching football.
Yeah.
And I know I have a son who watches football, and I can hear a lot of noise sometimes.
Yes.
And they're screaming until I'm calling and ask, what is the problem?
Yes.
Once you realize you're watching a certain
goal.
game.
Somebody just scored.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think self-control comes from either side.
It's true.
It can be from the positive and also negative.
Yeah.
But most of the time, we are unable to control ourselves or to regulate our emotions and to remain professional.
Yeah.
Mostly where there are issues that are not right.
It's true. Yeah.
Because maybe when you're angry, you're not happy over something.
Yeah.
And in such a situation, then what you do, you never think about it. And as you said, you're not able to regulate your thoughts so that you can be able to make the right decision.
Yeah, and it is interesting.
Yes.
I'm thinking even in very normal circumstances or issue, things that we do day to day, like eating.
Yeah.
The people can eat and eat and eat. So you also need self-control to restrain yourself from going overboard in some things that look normal, but you need to. Even you'll find that even most of the addictions that people are going through nowadays, it's because somebody could not control it early enough. Even something like the internet, the television. Those habits, some which may not be termed as so bad, but you find somebody is so badly addicted to the phone and the internet that even other things they will not do. Yeah. I even saw a very funny meme somewhere saying that the father is there, the mother is here, and they're all lost in their computers and their phones. And the kid is thinking and he's saying, I think I was downloaded.
Yeah, because this seems this is where I came from.
Yeah,
it's true.
This is what they do all day long.
And it's quite interesting because self-control comes in many aspects.
Yes.
Because as you say, for example, the current world we are in,
Yes.
even at work, if someone knows I'm supposed to be doing this,
Yes.
and now because you have gone even to the issues of WhatsApp and everything, we can have them on our laptops as you work. You may think someone is really busy working, but they cannot control themselves from the popping messages and everything. And the phone, or if someone is using the phone because of social media or something, it must be near.
Yes.
So you realize we are not able to control ourselves in many aspects, and especially in the world that you are living in, which is very fast.
Yeah.
Making things available for us, making us have the right information anywhere, anytime.
Yes.
So you realize that people, they are not able to control themselves again, especially on the phone.
Yes.
It's something that you really want to have anytime.
Yeah.
And it's good for us as we think about workplace. How do we exercise self-control? And some of the ways that we can manifest how self-control can manifest itself in the workplace is through emotional regulations.
Yes.
Because whereby you're able to managing one's emotions despite the anger, despite the what is happening, you're able to ensure that you don't go overboard.
Yeah.
You know, some people may opt also not to discuss something at the moment, and those are things that people do so that they can control themselves. You read this thing is very bad, someone has put us at a loss that we cannot handle.
Yes.
And if I meet this person right now, they come to explain to me right now, it may not come out well.
Yes.
So as a person who understands themselves and someone who knows self-control is key, all they'll do most of the time, they'll say, we cannot discuss this right now. Give me time.
Yes.
And this person will have time to go through it, to cool themselves, and to come to a situation whereby they can be able to face it. So they learn that art of regulating their emotions. That I know this is not right. I know it is hard on me.
Yes.
And I can be able to manage it if I give myself time. So take care of your emotions so that you can manage your self-control aspects.
It's true. And the aspect of time they always say you give time.
Yes.
So that at least you'll find when you give it time, you're able to think more soberly when the anger has gone down. Yes. And you'll come out with a better solution to the issue. Yes. Yeah. Another thing maybe we can speak on is when it comes to decision making. Yes. If you are not able to regularize your thoughts or your emotions, you are not able to control yourself. Yes. You'll find that you have made a decision that will cost you much more. Yes. It was not the right decision. If you are able to restrain yourself a bit, you could have made a better decision. Yes. So self-control, the lack of it will lead us to bad decisions. Yes. And if it is there, we'll be able to make the right decisions. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. And you know, self-control affects professionalism.
Yes, also.
Because professionalism calls for self-control.
Yeah.
For you to remain professional in whatever decision, and especially when it comes to decision making, if you want to remain professional, you have to ensure you have self-control. Yes. Because when you're making a decision mostly affecting people, I may have worked with you for some time, and so I have preference for you. Yeah. But you are lacking something that this position requires. Yes. Self-control, for me to remain professional, aims at or should help me to say she does not fit this position right now, however much I prefer her.
When we talk about professionalism, there is a degree of respect, accommodation. You have to be accommodating people. Yes. All those things. Yeah. You cannot just come and do it like it's an open air market where everything goes. Even the speech, how we will speak to people, to our colleagues, how we will interact, how we will give directions, how we will give instructions.
Yes, yes.
Self-control will help us to maintain that respect and the professionalism. Yeah.
And also self-control comes in this aspect of office gossip.
Yeah.
Because we want to remain professional,
Yeah.
you have to ensure that there's no gossip.
Yes.
But you know, gossip comes in most of the time because it's something you have a hint on, or you have some information that you can't keep quiet.
Yes.
And I must share.
Yes. Yes.
I must share this. So you're really trying to, when you see someone, hey, you feel like you have to say.
Yes.
So it is quite important that we have it to avoid some of these things. Even we get information that, for example, even managers, we always say that you can get some information that is supposed to be just for your ears, but not supposed to share.
Yeah.
But if you're not a self-controlled person, you'll share that information with someone. Maybe we are planning to fire someone because of one reason or another. Or there's a plan even to do something that affects someone. That information is supposed to go through a certain channel. But because you're involved in that discussion or in a meeting, that that discussion went on, you realize that that information has already gone. Because someone who was part of that meeting has no self-control. They cannot keep quiet.
Yes.
They must speak. I've seen situations whereby you ask yourself, there was a discussion, because of 1, 2, 3, we may have to let so-and-so go. But now, because it's not only between the HR and one person, there's a team that sits. And that decision is, before you even effect that someone comes and gives you a letter, immediately that someone tells you, something tells you, this person got the information.
It's true.
So we need to have that self-control, that you can be able to maintain information and decide that I'm not going to share it.
Yes.
It's true, I know. Even if someone comes to ask you, because people are very good, they'll come and ask you something, trying to get information from you. Do you have self-control that you can remain professional even when you are probed to speak? Yeah, because people will come and tell you, Beatrice, now what are you people thinking about this?
They dig
know
out
I had. How do you handle that? You need to remain professional and self-controlled. When you have the information, you're not supposed to share with that person. So don't share. Self-control is key at workplace. It's
true. And something interesting about information is that when it comes from one person to the next, by the time it's the fifth person,
it's distorted.
It is distorted. And by the time it reaches the person, you will find that it is something very different and to raise conflict. So if only this person, the first person, could have exercised self-control and kept quiet, it could have been, it could have prevented all that. And the other thing, for example, when it comes to when you're doing performance management and you're reviewing people, self-control is very key in such a process because you want to ensure that you are objective. And if you had issues with someone over the year or over the period, if you're not a self-controlled person, you can be able to bring those things into this decision-making regarding this person at this point, and you will give a subjective decision, or even the feedback you're giving is subjective, just because you're not self-controlled. Yes, there was a matter, but is it required here? You know, there are decisions that are supposed to be made after this process. Can you allow us to use this process and be self-controlled? Don't bring other things that are not here. When you have seen some people, maybe because of things outside work, and I disagreed with you, because maybe you wanted me to compromise something or to do something that I'm not comfortable with as a person, and I say no. But because of that, those emotions and how I hurt you and how you felt, then you come and bring it to a decision that you are not supposed to influence. So as we take a short break, we'll be coming back to see how we can be able to apply self-control at work. And I believe that you're there, think about yourself, self-control at home, at work, and how you apply it. You're taking a short break, don't go far, we'll be right back.